Hi, it's Mike
And Kathy.
from Vets on Vacay.
We're getting ready for a long weekend trip to Disney World, and we made it a personal challenge to pack in a personal item, actually a backpack only. I'll be honest, I'm not sure this is going to go well for me, so you're going to find out when I do, but here are the bags.
So this one is mine. It's actually, this is the one I've been using for last 8 years for regular, everyday travel. So back and forth to work. So we're going to see if this one works for me.
And I'm going to be using this Walt Disney World backpack. I typically travel, my personal item is typically a Lubbock backpack, but since we're going to Disney World and we wanted a themed park bag, I decided I was going to let this do double duty as both our park bag and my personal item packing.
All right, so let's take a look at what's in our bag for the weekend. Got a few things in the front pocket, the front lower pocket. I'm going to throw my bathing suit in there. This is one of those wet, dry sections. You can put the wet clothes, the dirty. It's all keeps things separate from the rest of the bag. So I'm going to put my bathing suit in there. I always take a little first aid kit if needed. This is one of the Clorox to-go bag pouches. Throw those in there. And I also take my spare set of glasses, and sunglasses are in here, by the way. And that's just all going to go in the front. Now, if I was taking a raincoat, I have one of those fold up into a pouch raincoats from Columbia. Put it in there as well. It fits right in there. In the front section, or the middle section, this is basically, I'm carrying a bunch of electronic gear, extra battery chargers right here. There's a second one as needed. Dropped it for a second there, and there's the power cables and stuff like that. I call this my airplane bag because I also put my headphones and stuff like that in there. I always take this out and it goes in that front pouch. I can get access to everything that way. So it just goes right in the front right there. And what I'm going to show you next is what are the clothes I'm bringing. So I am bringing 3 pairs of shorts. I have 2 t-shirts. And just so you know, everything is Disney themed. So I got 2 t-shirts, and then I have 2 button-up short sleeve shirts. This is Disney Villains. Pretty cool, actually. And the second one right there, that is Toy Story. 4 pairs of undershorts. So we're going to zip this up. We're going to see if it all fits. So here we go. Well, it zips up nice. So boom, that got all in there, no problem. Puts that in, done. Now the last item that I'm going to take is my toiletry bag. Now I always put this right on top in the front of the main, because obviously, you're going through security at the airport. Run it through separately. There you go. Because I put my liquids in there. I'm going to zip that up. And the last item that I take is my water bottle. It's going to go right there. For me, this is pretty much it.
Okay, let's get this packed. Let's review what I'm taking. And again, we're going to leave Friday and we're coming back Monday. I am going to take my pair of Brooks sneakers. These are great for the park because they are well worn. I don't want to get blisters, so I use these. But they are bulky and heavy, so I will wear these on the plane. I have a 10.5 or 11 foot, so my shoes take up a lot of space. In addition to the running shoes, I'm also going to bring a pair of my Keens sandals. They're great because they're comfortable. They've got a nice, good grip sole, so they're perfect for walking around, and they keep my feet a little bit cooler. And if I get a little bit of rain, those are also great because they dry fairly quickly. The other shoes I'm bringing are these cheap black sandals. Probably got them at Walmart or Target or somewhere. And I use these as a backup pair of sandals in my bag. So if I go to the park and we get a lot of rain and either my sneakers or my Keens get really wet, I can switch into these so I don't have to get any blisters. And then I can also wear these to the pool or just walking around the hotel. First thing we'll do is take these and we're gonna put both pairs of my shoes in this grocery bag. And I sometimes like to bring stuff in a grocery bag because if I ever get something really dirty or I just need somewhere to put wet clothes temporarily, these bags that I can just throw away are a great choice. So I'm going to put these in the bottom of my park bag. And I will have a little bit of room to put another bag. The next bag I'm going to put in holds my undergarments, bathing suit, cover up, and pajamas. And I'm going to shove that right there. So that's going to be a nice base to put my other stuff in. I'm going to move this out of the way temporarily. We're only going for the weekend, so I'm just bringing 2 pairs of pants, neutral colors, and then 1, 2, and 3 shirts, which should be fine. What I'm wearing on the airplane, I'll wear all day Friday, and then one of these outfits will be for the plane back. Now, I try and fold these so they are about the width of my packing cube, whatever that is. So I'm just going to roll these up and put them in. Zip up first. And then I'm going to zip up my packing cube, my compression. And I'm zipping up my compression bag. And then I usually flatten it out a little bit, makes it a little bit easier to pack. And so now I'm just going to put that in the bag. Now, so we are about halfway, a little bit more than halfway, full in the large compartment of the bag. I'm going to put my makeup that is not liquid in here. This also has like Q-tips and some other stuff. This is my little pouch I take to the parks. It's my little bit of everything bag. When we do the park bag, I'll go through this in a little more detail, but I do need to have that for every day at the park. I'm going to have my liquids bag. This has my tinted moisturizer, my Glow, some Advil relief cream. We've not used this before, but it got recommended to us, and just in case we have achy feet or knees or any of that stuff, we'll have that. And then I have a little British Rose Body Shop moisturizer that I keep in the park bag with me. I need to make sure I put in an extra pair of glasses because I'm blind without mine, so I need to make sure I always have an extra pair. I also have a pair of sunglasses that'll come with me, but I left those in the car, so those are not going to be in there. I always bring a sewing kit. I don't know. It's just a habit. I rarely need it, but I'm sure the day I don't bring it, I'll need it. So and it's small, so I'm just going to shove it back there. We have a little DIY first aid kit that we all travel with one in our backpack. And if anybody's got some interest, I can go over some more detail on that at some point. But that's going to go in because that'll obviously be in my backpack when we travel, but it's also going to be in our park bag so that I don't have to walk all the way to first aid to get a Band-Aid. We're going to include 2 of these dry bags. I only have one here, but we're going to have one for each cell phone. So when we go to the pool, we can just take that with us. Slide that right in there. We're also going to bring a couple dollar store ponchos. A few years ago, we got stuck at Disney without any rain gear, and we had to buy the expensive Disney ponchos. They are reusable though, so usually we will take those. But because I'm trying to pack in a backpack and those are a little bit bulky, we're just going to take Dollar Tree ponchos. Gonna pack my meds, my face and body stick Neutrogena sunscreen. It's nice because I don't have to worry about it leaking, and it's just a little bit less messy when you're putting it on, even though you still have to rub it in. It's not quite as goopy, so I like that. Gonna throw my brush in, my deodorant. I usually have at least one extra Ziploc bag in my backpack so that if I have wet clothes, especially the day we leave, I can put stuff in there. So I'm just gonna take that and pop that in the main compartment. And I think we're all done for the main compartment. Now let's go to that front pack. The only things I usually put in there are Clorox wipes so that I can wipe down the stuff in the plane, or a table at the park that hasn't been cleaned yet, or the remote in the room, anything that I feel like I want a little extra disinfecting, we use these. So I'm gonna put these right here because I probably will use one in the airplane. Bringing tissue, my earbuds. A long time ago, I got a Sandals promo fan. It's compact and it's USB charged, so I just take that with me. I'm actually going to slide that right here in the big section, I think, along with some masks. We like to have a few extra just in case we need them. Okay, now we're really all done with the big section. And then the last couple of things are going to be my wallet. I have this very old Vera Bradley Mickey wallet. It's nice because it's got a little wristlet. It has a spot for change. Not that we have a lot of coins now, but that's there, and some spot for your cards. And then if you wanted to put your driver's license or something here, I usually don't expose that stuff in the open window, but you could do that if that's something you want. And then on the side, it's got an empty spot. I usually put my receipts in there. So the day before, the night before, I'll fill that with all my money and cards, etc. And then that is it for there. And then the last thing is my water bottle. And I will slide that right in here. And I always carry an extra clip on the back for my hair. I'm not gonna lie, this is a little heavy. I am curious. We should weigh this. Oh my God, this is heavy. All right, what's your guess?
I'd say it's probably 15 pounds.
Okay, I was gonna say about the same thing, maybe a smidge more than that.
Okay, here we go. Let's see if I can get this on the screen.
We are good. It's 15 pounds, 15 ounces. Whew, that was really good.
That is good. Okay, now I'm going to check mine. Just because. Is it reset?
It's reset.
Okay, let's just put it on. What does that say? 9 pounds, 13 ounces.
Yeah, whatever.
You know, like
I don't have shoes in mine to start
I was going to say, I have like 4 pounds of shoes. Thanks for coming on this adventure. I am actually kind of super amazed I got that packed.
We'd appreciate it if you liked the video.
If you've got some stuff that you know we missed, or that you suggest to go in the backpacks, I would appreciate it if you put that in the comments. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any content here on Vets on Vacay. And we're going to have Disney content both here and on our other channel, Suitcase Packed Will Travel. Thanks so much.
For Vets on Vacay, it's Mike.
And Kathy. See ya.
Thanks.